Good afternoon, students. This is session 3 of Introduction to English Studies, Unit 2, Literary Terms and Linguistic Competence of First BASCP prescribed to Tumkur University. In this session, we will learn about theatre and components of the theatre. In order to understand the concepts of theatrical performance or theatre, let me now explain to you what is a theatre. So, theatre is a branch of performing arts. It is concerned with presentation of plays and musicals. It is a collaborative form of performing arts and it uses live performers, usually actors, to present their experiences of a real or an imagined event before a live audience in a specific place, and more often it will be a stage. The word theatre is driven from the Greek word theatron, which means a place of seeing. So, this art of theatre is concerned exclusively with live performance by actors, whereas the action is planned and create a coherent and significant sense of drama in a time space audience framework. The theatre have a stage area where the performance takes place. Let us now understand the difference between theatre and drama. Drama comes from the Greek word meaning to do or act. Drama is basically a story that is acted out. And every play, whether it may be serious, comic, humorous, ancient, or modern, it tells its story through the characters and situations that imitate human life. In order to understand theatre, we need to learn about the core elements and how they help to create an performance. Unlike the theatre, drama is a written script or it will be in a literary form, whereas theatre encompasses the live performance and the entire production process, that is acting, directing, and technical aspects, come under the theatre. Drama is the text, whereas the theatre is the presentation of that text on a stage. Some of the basic concepts or components of a theatre are performance, playwright, director, and acting, about which we will learn in this session. To begin with, what is a performance? Performance is the live presentation of a story or idea by actors. A specified theme is displayed on theatrical performances. So, in theatre, performance refers to the act of presenting a drama or a musical entertainment to an audience. It includes the entire process of bringing a play, a show, or any artistic work on stage with the help of acting, singing, dancing, and the overall staging related to that comes the performance. So, performance means the way in which an act is presented. So, performance in theatre involves the whole process of producing and presenting a story through various art forms like mime, dance, song, or spoken word. As such, performance include actors and other performers. They execute their roles their acting style, stage presence, and overall delivery. Any performance can be based on intense acting, dance, music, or it may be a reflection of the culture of a society, past or present, or contemporary. The physical area where the performance takes place, such as a stage or a defined area within a room, is called the space. So, time in a performance is the duration of the performance or the time frame within which the story unfolds. Some of the examples of theatrical performances can be a play, a musical event, a concert, in the form of live entertainment staged for an audience. So, the beyond the stage qualities or components are also included in this performance. In a live theater, more probably it was used in traditions, early traditions, but now performance also includes activities beyond the stage. Now, performance can also describe forms of presentations like film, video, or even actions in other contexts. In order to understand a theatrical performance, you think about characterization and how this was achieved. How should be the voice of the character? What should be his or her gesture? How should be the body language be? And so on. While performance, there should be a specificity about what an actor did at a particular moment to have an effect on the audience so that what should be communicated should be done effectively. If you are watching any theater activity, analyze the movement of the actor around this space and what it is communicating. And sometimes, even if you have to consider the uh, role of silence or stillness on the stage. So, performance includes everything of this, everything of the character's voice, gesture, body language, what is spoken and what is not spoken, everything is included in the performance. So, performance is how the act is performed on the stage. The next component of theatre is a playwright. Playwright is a person who writes plays for the theatre. They are often authors of dramatic works, crafting an intended performance on the stage. They are also known as dramatists. So, plays are stories that are meant to be acted out on the stage in front of an audience. So, a playwright is someone who writes plays. Just as a poet writes poems, a playwright writes plays. This word originally came from a write. Write is a person who crafts, who builds things. For example, a shipwright is the one who builds ships. So, playwright is the category of all who write plays. It is the original thing, whereas a dramatist is a subcategory of those who write dramas. What does a playwright do? They create dialogue, stage direction, and overall concept for a play. So, this word playwright was coined by Ben Jonson, the 16th century theatre artist. It is rooted in the idea of a craftsman. So, playwright is a person who have a craft in his hands, who builds, and he has a certain fashion for working for the theatre. They are storytellers. They develop characters, dialogue, plot structures for theatrical performances. They also collaborate with other related artists like directors, producers, and others to bring their script to life on stage. So, playwrights write comedies, tragedies, melodramas, and they also write for medias, radio, television, or film. What are the responsibilities of a playwright? Basically, he writes with an element of creation. He writes the synopsis of the script and the characters list. He has the ability to tell a story through written word for the theatre. He gathers his information through research. He goes after facts, and he also listens to many stories narrated in different aspects of our culture. They also listen with publishers, directors, and producers. They draft the script, they redraft it, and rework it until it is produced on the stage. They also collaborate with actors, attend their rehearsals, make corrections, and make multiple meetings so that the stage enaction is done effectively and the idea is communicated properly. The next component of theatre performance is director. So, who is a director? A director is a person who instructs in the theatre field. So, directing is the process of guiding the actors and other members of the production team. His function is to ensure the quality and completeness of this theatre production. He is a creative visionary who guides the entire production team from interpreting the text to shaping the final performance. Directors are responsible for unifying all the aspects of a show, including the actor's performance, the set design, costumes, lighting, sound, and they ensure a cohesive and impactful experience for the audience. The director's concept exemplifies the look and feel of a play. He is the visionary or the master builder who adds life to the script. He interprets the script and make alterations according to the time period or geographical location. He sets the mood of the play through pacing of the show, use of color in designers' works, and other creative choices. So, in any concept of theatre, he is a primary visionary, making decisions on artistic concepts and its staging. They use wide variety of techniques, philosophies, and have different levels of collaboration. The crux of the performance is the actor. The playwright depends on the actor. So, this group of actors are guided by the director. What are the duties of a director? A film director's vision is someone seeing a movie in their head. Before we watch a movie in theater, the director sees that movie in his head. Some of the primary duties of a director, which are derived both from common law and statute, include acting within powers, promoting the success of the company, exercising independent judgment, reasonable care, skill, diligence. He has to avoid conflicts of interest. He should be fair by not accepting benefits from third parties and disclosing interests in proposed transactions or arrangements. So, such rules are ensured by the directors who act responsibly and ethically in managing the company. The next component of theatre is acting. So, theatre acting is also known as stage acting. It involves the performance or dramatic roles in front of a live audience in a theatre setting. The playwright depends on the actor to reach out his text to the audience as living action. The actor must be a singer, dancer, acrobat, and good in mimes. So, a performer is the actor who embody characters and deliver the performance. Such actors require certain talents. They need to project their voices, use exaggerated physical gestures, and connect with the audience in real time, unlike film or television acting. Theater acting is entirely different from film or television acting because it is a live performance. Acting involves broad range of skills. They should have a well developed imagination, emotional facility, physical expressivity, vocal projection, clarity of speech, the ability to interpret drama. So, acting demands an ability to employ dialects, accents, improvisation, observation, and emulation, mime, and stage combat. So, an actor is a multi talented personality. There are many types of acting. Some of the types I like to bring before you. The first one is method acting. Method acting is the technique that emphasizes emotional authenticity and psychological realism. So that is method acting. In method acting, the more emphasis will be on the authentic emotional expressions and psychological realism. Other type is classical acting. It refers to the performance style used in classical theatres such as Shakespearean plays or Greek tragedies. Contemporary acting encompasses a range of performance styles and techniques used in modern theatre, film, and television. So, after you learn these concepts, basic concepts of theatre, please you try to make an analysis of the films you watch, the television shows, or modern theatre, and try to remember these concepts, which will help you to understand the play much better. Another type of acting is physical acting, which focuses on the use of body as a means of expression. There is also voice acting, which involves the use of voice to bring characters to life in animated films, cartoons, video games, radio dramas, and audiobooks. Some other types of acting are improvisational acting or impro. Impro means creating spontaneous performances without any scripted dialogue or predetermined actions. For example, in your cultural events, you will do extempore performances or pick and speech, pick and act performances. Such comes under improvisational acting. The other form is character acting, which involves transforming oneself physically, vocally, and emotionally to portray characters that are distinct from one's personality and experience. For example, many roles are played by men. Many women roles are played by men. So they are unlike themselves. They are distinct from one's personality. If an actor performs the role of a transgender, he is acting another character. Character acting, that is. Other type of acting is musical theatre acting, which combines acting, singing, dancing, and narrating a story through song and dance. That is musical theatre acting. Some of the unconventional approaches for theatre performance will be explored by experiential or avant-garde acting, which tells story and has an audience interaction which is unconventional, non-traditional. So dear students, in this session of the video, we have understood some of the basic components of the theatre. We have learned the meaning of what is theatre. We have understood the difference between theatre and drama and have learnt about basic concepts like what is performance, what are all included in a performance, who is a playwright, what are the duties of a playwright, who is an actor, and what is acting. In the next session also, we will explore some of the other components of theatre. And as of now, thank you.